package unexpectedly arrives at the home of brothers Justin and Aaron. Aaron opens it, revealing a videotape inside. Curious, they watch it together, only to see a woman on the tape eagerly saying she can't wait to have them back. Annoyed, Justin accuses Aaron of wasting $20 on this instead of buying a car battery. Justin then recalls the past, specifically how he pulled Aaron and himself out of a so-called UFO death cult 10 years earlier, believing the group had plans for everyone to kill themselves. Aaron, however, remembers the place differently, recalling only positive experiences. As Aaron trims Justin's hair, he can't help but compare their struggling current life to what he sees as the better days they had at the camp. Later, Aaron tells Justin he wants to revisit the camp. Although Justin warns him about the place's dark side, Aaron insists he needs closure. Reluctantly, Justin agrees to a brief return, promising to stay, just for a day. In Aaron's own therapy session, he describes feeling controlled by Justin, thinking Justin's choices haven't always led to the best outcomes. On their way back to the camp, Justin lists several unsettling behaviors of the group. Aaron, however, doesn't remember things the same way. The brothers paused in a field where their mother had passed away. Aaron notices a painting there, which Justin identifies as one they made as kids. As Justin glances down the road, he notices that the two paths leading away look identical until one of the paths mysteriously shifts when he looks away. The journey brings them to Camp Arcadia, where they encounter a tense-looking man and another beaming beside a banner announcing the camp. Upon arrival, they're greeted warmly by Hal. Over lunch, they reunite with familiar faces, Tim, Anna, and Shane, while also meeting a newcomer, Lizzie, who joined after her time at a mental health facility. Across the room, Dave stands out, grinning widely at the brothers. As they settle into their quarters, Justin notices how everyone at camp looks unchanged since they left. On the bed, Justin finds a note urging them to keep quiet. Justin decides to explore, jogging around and observing the camp. He passes archery practice, Hal loading a truck with home-brewed beer, and the same angry man stomping along, oblivious to Justin's presence. That evening, everyone gathers around a campfire. Sensing Justin's unease, Hal invites him to his cabin to sample some homemade liquor. Inside, Justin spots an incomplete equation, but gets no answers when he asks about it. Instead, Hal shifts the conversation, telling Justin they've forgiven him for leaving and sharing details with the press. Justin, puzzled, recalls the mysterious videotape they received, but Hal denies any knowledge of it. Meanwhile, by the fire, Aaron reconnects with Anna, who leads him to her cabin to show her fashion designs. She reminisces about his old fishing habits, sparking an idea in him. Outside, Shane entertains Justin with a card trick, but Justin denies the correct card to tease him. Shane, persistent, moves to another trick. He tosses an old baseball high into the air, yet it never comes down until he places Justin's hand to catch it. Later, Hal gathers everyone for a traditional game called The Struggle. It's a tug-of-war match against an unseen force. When Hal pulls the rope, it rises straight into the sky. Justin assumes it's an illusion. Aaron's turn comes, and though he loses initially, he ties the rope around himself for a stronger second attempt, managing to bring the rope down as the crowd cheers. Justin hesitates to join but is finally persuaded. As he grips the rope, it jerks forward unexpectedly, pulling him down and cutting his hand. The crowd falls silent, with Dave smiling nearby. Dave was not the one pulling the rope. Lizzie later attends to Justin's injury, mentioning how it reminds her of a similar task for a reclusive gun enthusiast she once knew. Hal soon arrives to check on Justin, expressing regret for the incident, but as they linger expectantly, Justin makes his exit. Walking back to their cabin, Aaron tells Justin he wants to stay another day. Though hesitant, Justin eventually agrees. Unable to sleep, Justin recalls Aaron's connection with Anna, noting how she always watched him. Aaron muses they might be meant for each other, but Justin is doubtful. The next day at the shooting range, Justin's bullets miss, with one oddly dented bullet falling nearby. Later, they fish before Justin jogs alone, encountering a strange man who vanishes, leaving a blood-stained shoe. Further along, Justin spots a shifting storage container, experiences a sudden darkening sky, and finds scattered Polaroids. Elsewhere, an old tent holds a recorder looping a song, and an antique clock outside repeatedly ticks back 3 seconds. That night at karaoke, Lizzie sings while Justin notices another "Please Be Quiet" paper. He pulls Hal aside to show a mysterious Polaroid of a lake buoy, expressing a sense of a haunting presence. Hal tells him that a third moon signals an ascension and advises advises him to take Aaron to the buoy for answers. Meanwhile, Aaron sings and takes drugs from Anna, and Justin notices Lizzie sketching a burning cabin scene. He also sees a girl crying alone. Back at camp, Justin meets Jennifer, the crying woman, who explains her frustration with the noise. She's been leaving the "please be quiet" notes, having come to camp searching for her missing husband, who vanished nearby. The following day, Justin takes Aaron fishing to ease the tension. Aaron expresses a desire to stay at camp for good. Justin, hesitant, mentions Jennifer's unhappiness, but stops when he spots the buoy from the Polaroid. He dives in, searching below while Aaron waits, uneasy. When Justin finally resurfaces, visibly shaken, he tosses a metal box into the boat and urgently tells Aaron to row back, hinting at something ominous lurking in the lake. Once ashore, they open the box to find a disturbing videotape. Determined to leave, Justin insists on departing immediately, though Aaron wants to say goodbye. Reluctantly, Aaron agrees. That night, the group gathers for a farewell dinner. Lizzie gifts Justin a drawing of a shadowy figure in the woods. Hal suggests they play the videotape as a farewell ritual. The tape shows younger versions of Justin and Aaron, depicting their exaggerated, cult-like portrayal of Camp Arcadia to outsiders. Embarrassed, the brothers attempt to leave, but Hal stops them, explaining that the video is meant to offer forgiveness. This sparks tension between Justin and Aaron as Aaron confronts Justin about lying about the camp. Justin admits he fabricated stories due to an underlying sense that something was wrong. Hal accuses Justin of wanting control. The argument intensifies when Hal references their mother's death. Justin insists the camp is harmful, pointing to Jennifer's desperate search for her husband. Hal, exasperated, advises Justin to leave on his own. Defeated, Justin heads to his car, but it won't start. He decides to walk, but finds his path blocked by strange rock markers, then spots a previously unseen cabin. Inside, he sees a man who has hanged himself, only for an identical man, Carl, to appear, berating Justin for intruding and sarcastically calling Camp Arcadia a death cult. Bewildered, Justin struggles to comprehend how Carl and the hanged man can be the same person. Carl laughs, revealing that they're all trapped in a time loop that replays tragic events to amuse an entity. Those in the loop must end their lives each cycle or face even worse deaths by the entity's hand. Carl urges Justin to leave before the reset or risk being trapped, but Justin insists on finding Aaron. Carl agrees. At dawn, Aaron wakes to see birds circling overhead, dropping Polaroids. He notices one showing him near a trailer and gives it to Hal, who speculates the entity is showing its view, making Aaron uneasy. Hal suggests they head to the trailer, warning Aaron he must find Justin before the third moon is full. Aaron follows a trail, unknowingly crossing paths with Anna, though they can't see each other. Meanwhile, at Chris's, Justin meets with Chris and Mike, who has restrained Chris to help him overcome his addiction. Chris encourages Justin to break free no matter what the entity does. Elsewhere, Aaron stumbles upon a tent with an old clock outside. Inside, he encounters a man trapped in a horrifying loop of dying and reviving. The man warns him to leave, but when Aaron hesitates, he charges at him and violently explodes, terrifying Aaron. Back at Chris's house, Mike allows Justin to take weapons. After he leaves, Mike sets the house on fire. Justin, realizing he left Carl's map inside, watches as both the house and map burn, only for Chris's house to reset moments later with Chris on the porch. With the third moon nearing fullness, Justin continues, using the compass to find Carl's house. He spots a trailer guarded by a growling cougar which soon wanders off. Aaron appears unexpectedly, stepping into the loop near the trailer. Together they inspect the empty trailer and find a note left behind by its owner. As they exit, a projector inside suddenly activates, showing footage of them leaving. Then, inexplicably, the projector lifts into the air, soaring over the countless loops scattered across the landscape. As the evening fades, Aaron and Justin discover rows of statues as the camp gathers for a communal feast. They reach Carl's cabin just as night falls, where they swap the gun for the map before returning to Camp Arcadia. Here, Aaron finally admits that he'd rather stay, even if it means being trapped in a perpetual time loop. Life outside has been an endless struggle, feel preferable to facing hardships with Justin again. Aaron finds peace in the idea, choosing this life of repetition over the exhausting reality beyond. After they leave, Carl emerges from his cabin, retrieves the gun, and fires a shot into the dark void before turning it on himself. Yet, even in this act, his loop resets, and he remains bound to his endless cycle. Back at camp, they spot Jennifer riding away on a bicycle while Tim unlocks the mysterious cabin he's been guarding. Inside, Aaron and Justin find shelves filled with tapes and records. The screen flickers on, revealing their own experiences in camp as seen through the entity's eyes. It also shows the camp members around the evening bonfire, with a rope appearing in the center of the group. Alarmed, Aaron races to the bonfire, but he arrives too late. The site is in disarray, with only the campers' clothing left behind. Justin reminds Aaron that they'll return with the next reset. The two brothers sit together, waiting for the inevitable cycle. Justin decides to stay this time, unwilling to abandon Aaron. Aaron, however, resolves to leave. Just then, the camp starts resetting and the brothers rush to their car, but it won't start. They end up pushing it downhill, with Justin offering Aaron directions. Aaron takes control of the wheel, no longer willing to let Justin steer their lives. In this final moment, they agree to support each other as equals, no matter the outcome. As dawn breaks, their car rolls downhill, racing past markers just before the reset overtakes them. In the morning light, the car materializes on the road beyond Camp Arcadia, leaving the camp as the others watch them go.